Nashville, Tennessee. It's known as Music City, USA, and home to country music's Grand Ole Opry. And now, just down the street from Music Row, stands the Church of Scientology and Celebrity Center of Nashville. The building dates from 1898, when it debuted as Nashville's first multi-room schoolhouse. The style is what they call a neoclassical Victorian blend. And in every respect, this ideal church is about as graciously Southern as it gets. It's all the essentials of an ideal organization with a little bit of flourish, as in the historic fountain that graces the central colonnade from which all else flows, beginning with the Public Information Center. Here, all fundamentals are presented, from Scientology beliefs to L. Ron Hubbard's life and his discoveries that led to Dianetics. And there's still more again in an adjacent hall, with answers to the question, what is Scientology, playing out across another half a dozen screens. They don't call Nashville the Athens of the South for nothing. One only has to gaze 60 feet upwards to an original glass-topped cupola, an historic landmark unto itself, and from which the southern sun streams in on the atrium's 110-year-old glass block floor. And indeed, the sun streaming through that glass block floor is what illuminates Nashville's L. Ron Hubbard Bookstore below. Nashville's Academy delivers all levels of training for Scientology counselors, known as auditors, who man groups and missions from the Mississippi River all the way to the Great Smoky Mountains. Since this town is both Music City, USA and Tennessee's state capital, this church also has an Office of the President to host Nashville's artists and dignitaries. Finally, it's the centerpiece of this ideal church, the Chapel and Event Auditorium. This is where the Nashville congregation and guests gather for weekly graduations, Scientology ceremonies, and Sunday services. It's literally wired for sound and otherwise outfitted to serve up its own brand of the Grand Ole Opry. Lastly, it's the office of L. Ron Hubbard, in tribute to the man who knew all too well the role artists play in uplifting society, and so provided a church devoted to their spiritual well-being. So there it is, the first in a new class of ideal org, the Church of Scientology and Celebrity Center, Nashville, Tennessee.